and there are many stories to tell, many stories to share of our many different students. Amy Sherlock, who was on food stamps. She was a single mother, had just had a baby, on food stamps. And her parents bought the program for her because she couldn't afford it. She was able to not only drag herself out of poverty, but now she earns well over, I don't want to get too specific, but well over a six-figure income at this point annually in her Amazon business. Very successful. We've got Emmerich Manello, who he is originally from France. He moved to the United States, didn't even know how to speak English when he moved. He enrolled in the Wholesale formula, and within about 2.5 years, he sold the rights to one of his wholesale accounts. He didn't sell his business. He sold the rights to one of the wholesale accounts for over $400,000.
Okay, this is the question that I've been burning to ask you, is the people who have sold either the store, but this is even better, the rights to the wholesale account. I've been looking for kind of that testimonial of anything over a couple of $100,000. I know that there's some people that have sold like for, 7 figures, but just that kind of like 6-figure mark. There's not too many kind of online business opportunities that people go into starting with the end in mind, but this is the most perfect business opportunity to go into, to have an end in mind, whether it be a 3-year or a 5-year goal.
Absolutely. That's absolutely. Just speaking of that, we have in our own Amazon business, we have now started to prepare for exit. It's a long-term plan, but our plan is to sell for over 100 million. Josh Neblett, he sold his Amazon wholesale business in like 2016, so it was years ago, and he sold it for like 70 million. So you can look that up. That's a good example of someone who sold one just like ours and sold it years ago. And then a lot of people that don't sell because you can easily automate and outsource many components of it. Student Trent Deersmid is a good example of this, where he built his up to, he's at he does over $3 million a year in sales. His profit is over $500,000 each year, and he works literally, I would say, less than 30 minutes a week on his Amazon business. It's able to be almost completely automated and outsourced, and runs, and now its success finances him to do a lot of other cool things, like do investment real estate. I know he bought like a giant warehouse in Boise, Idaho, that he now rents out. He started his own software company that he has huge plans to be able to sell. He started his own sportswear company. He also does like amateur race car driving.
Wow.
So like there's just so much success that can be spawned from this, and examples of people. And another cool thing about Trent specifically is he is in the Inc. 500 back-to-back years. So if you look up the Inc. 500, you can find Trent's business. I think it's called Maverick. It's like Maverick Media or something like that. So let me just like explain that really quick. Trent enrolled in the wholesale formula, built his business, and is in the Inc. 500 2 years in a row. It's really cool. It's really cool for me, to go to an airport and open up, an Inc. magazine, and it's just like, oh, there's Trent. He took my course and built his business, and now there's an article about him in here. That's cool. That's what happens with the wholesale formula. That's how much proof and evidence that there is that this is real, that people can have success with this, that this is a proven thing.